monster in Dr. Jekyll, the ordinary secret sinner, the monster in all of us, the monster we all create ourselves. Count Dracula, the anti-hero many perhaps crave to be, sexual and immortal. The blood is the life. So many monsters. Once they were as plentiful as berries in a pail, or blades of grass in the meadow, or the trees of an alpine forest. But are there fewer monsters than there used to be? A moment's thought, and I will give you my answer to that. Monsters lurk in every culture's lifeblood. The history of the world is as much the history of its monsters as its angels, and who is the more fascinating? Elizabeth Bathory and her blood-bathing, or Mother Teresa and her poor? Vlad Tepes and his impalings, or St. Francis and his birds? I wish I could give you better answers, I really do. But monsters throng about us, they always have. That being the case, why am I not able to pull something out of the hat? Any one of these beasts has held our ghastly attention across decades, even many hundreds of years. I would like to mention that you sent me here. It was your idea. Go and immerse yourself. Maybe that will help. So here I am, and yes, the maps and the lines I drew on them were not your doing. But it is because of you that I'm here, groping around with my rusting creativity, trying to think how to bring a monster back to life. And, like it or not, I settled on one particular monster after all. Though I really can't fathom why it's this monster I have chosen. For that's what you want, isn't it? Something you can unleash on the world in just the way Mary did. A monster brought to life. E. What was it you said? Something inspired by it but not. Something that's like it but not. You publishers never want much, do you? And what do I want? I want to get it done and come home. That's what I want. And not to suffer any casualties of war in the process. It's beautiful here, and very, very quiet. You know I like those two qualities, crave them in fact, as you have often pointed out to me, how they are hidden or not so hidden in my books, despite what most people see in them. And what most people see in them is blood. For all your protestations, I worry that that's all you want to see too. I remember that conversation about my very first manuscript. Give me blood, you said. Give me blood. Give me power. The quietness isn't enough, is it? It never is. Yes, some approaching sense of foreboding will do, but what you really wanted was the blood. But of course, you never really know what a book is until it's finished. Maybe until years after it's finished. Sometimes it takes that long to know what you are really writing. Do you know what I'm writing now? Do you know what this book will be? How can you, when I don't know it myself? Beauty and silence. We alpine dwellers have plenty of those, but there's something else here that pleases me less. Something I cannot put my finger on, but which I can sense is coming. It waits between the dark shadows, among the tree trunks of the forest. It tumbles off the mountain in frigid waters. It comes on the blowing of the wind, though that is rare enough here, something I wasn't expecting in the mountains. I expected grandeur, nature flung over the bones of the world. I got it. I expected solitude. I got that too. Solitude without measure, if I want it. And I expected the wind to blow, but instead the tight valley where I've been living provides shelter from all but the most accurately aligned breeze. When I arrived, early October, I could have perhaps been forgiven for mistaking it for summer. The color of the leaves of some trees was turning, but alongside the occasional beech and birch, larch and oak, most of the trees are the endless armies of firs, looming sentinels on the mountain.